Okay, hey everybody. So this is technically lesson one, and we're going to look at two things here. We're going to look at the template keyword, and then actually we'll just look at some generic procedures, but we'll be looking at specifically how to pass templates as a return value from procedures, which is really cool in my opinion. So of course, I have my, that's not this lesson, I have my IDE up here, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new member. I'm going to call it lesson1.rpgle. So we have my member open, and what I'm going to do is just close it, and I'm just going to zoom in a tad here and make it bigger for everybody. Let's refresh this list. Lesson one. So here's our source code, and the very first thing that I'm going to do, obviously, is star free, always free format for me, just the way I like it. And I'm going to declare just a data structure, right? I'm just going to call it, person, and I'm going to make it qualified. Cool. And then I'm going to just have some information about the person. So we might want to capture the name, you know. We might want to capture their email address, you know, make it 30 as well. We might want to capture, I don't know, for example, their height, if you like, which might be zoned, it might be a, let's just do a 4-2, I suppose. Very simple. Anyway, so we have a person, okay? Very simple. Let's just put our return statement in. But from here, of course, we can do this. Person.name equals Liam Barry. And then we can say person.email equals, Barry at, me.com, whatever. And we can say person.height. How high am I? I must be 5'8". Whatever. And we can save it. And when it's saved, we can compile it. And of course, we get a normal compiled program, hopefully. So that's really simple. Now, the problem with this is that person can't be used for multiple people. Now, we have options for this, right? So, of course, we could make it, make it an array. So we could have a structure array, and we could say, dim5. Now we've got 5 people. So we could say person1. Yeah, very simple. We could also have multiple people now. So we can say person2. It might be, you know, uh, Steve-O, I don't know. It could be Steve at me.com. This guy's 6'3". He's dench. He's really tall. Whatever. So now we can have multiple people. But again, what if we want to, how do I put this? What if we want to make this a common structure? What if we want to be able to pass around a single person? Well, I like to do that too. So what we're going to do is get this for now, and we will actually just comment these out, I think. Usually helps if I can tap properly. We'll just put some comments in. Let's just get rid of it, save the effort. And I'm going to take away the dim keyword. And what I'm going to use instead is the template keyword, one of my favorites. So what this means is that this is not actually declared now. So if I try and say person.name equals, Liam Barry, for example, and save it, and then I try and compile it when it's ready, we're going to get some compile errors here because item person was defined with template and cannot be used in this context. Item name was defined with a template and cannot be used in this context. So it's not actually a real definition now. What it is, it's just a template. So it could be referenced elsewhere. So for us actually to use it now, we can use the like ds keyword. Now, what I'm going to do for the benefit of the doubt is put _t at the end of this, and that just indicates that this struct is now a template. So then I can say this, declare ds person like ds person t. I can save that. I may just put the nds into, I think we have to do that. And let's compile this now. Oh, end is not expected. Okay, it wasn't needed. So we can save it. Oh, cancel. And let's go compile again. So now it compiles. Now we're saying this, you know, we can create a person variable which has the same subfields as a similar or a previous template data structure. Now we can use like DS without data structures without the template keyword, but it's just good practice to use it. So we can declare our people like so. Now, of course, just because we use like DS, we can still use the dim keyword. So we can say dim5, and now we can say person1 name, person2 name, you know, whatever. I can save it here, compile this, and that's really cool. It's really cool. Now, what I especially like about qualified data structures, or just data structures in general, and especially templates, is that I can create procedures that return structures. So, for example, let's say I declare a procedure like so, and I say get person, okay? And let's just end the procedure, of course, and let's declare the PI. Tickle PI start n, and this is going to return like DS person T. Okay, it doesn't have any parameters. Now it could have parameters, but in this case I'm not going to do that. Inside I'm going to say declare DS returning person like DS person T. And I can say returning person dot name equals why am I really bad at coming up with names? Natasha. If I can spell. So that would be the person I'm returning, and I can also set their age. Oh, no, we don't use age in this concept. We use email. tash@me.com. Returning person dot height. Oh god. Maybe. Anyway, so we've declared this data structure local to this procedure now, but we can also return it because returning person is the same struct as what is being returned. Okay, so then we can say this: person free equals get person. Oh, okay. The one important piece is I actually forgot to use CTO opt DFT app group. I'll use star no. So now I've saved, now I've added that, now it will compile. So this actually indicates that we can return structures from procedures, which is really awesome. In my opinion, this is really great at having a simple and yet effective application. Making good use of structures where available, less programmatic calls. I think it's really awesome. I really am a big fan of this. So in this sense, person free now after this would be, free.name equals, Natasha. Very simple. Okay. So we can return structured data structures from procedures and pass them into existing ones that have already been defined. It's really cool. And so that's really what we're going to do a lot of the series based on, is making use of templates and making use of procedures that return structures. I really enjoy this this type of work here. So that's pretty much it for the first lesson. So yeah, thanks very much for watching.